I come from a Bundt family, and I was the first Bundt girl to join the film industry. I remember before the film got released, people used to speak in hush-hush tones, and not that my family really cared. My parents were very modern and unorthodox, maybe. If I had to get it done on my own, I couldn't have afforded it. But there was this photographer who had come down from the US, and he had rented a bungalow beside my building, and he saw me at this competition, which I lost, by the way. And he said, I think you look very good on camera. Let me shoot you.
Yeah.
My son, he doesn't really love it. He doesn't enjoy it. Like, he becomes my bodyguard many a time. So we're at the airport and people will ask for one photo, one selfie, and he'll be like, no. And then he'll tell the bodyguard, देखो उधर भैया वो photo ले रहे हैं. Bhaiya. He's I don't know where he's got this British accent from.
You didn't come from a film family, so when you decided, what was your parents' reaction to your decision of joining films? Because when we are a little away from, like, people who are not from the industry, the families are a little away from the whole buzz, and they have a different. Back then, I think, because my family, the parents' ages would also be similar arrangement. So I think people would also have a certain kind of perception about the industry, which is not really good all the time.
I come from a Bundt family, and I was the first Bundt girl to join the film industry. I think Aishwarya was a model before that, or became a model after that. I don't know. It was very.
It was quite
pretty. And she
was crowned in '94.
And I got introduced in '93.
Yeah.
So it was just a coming of age, I guess, for our community people. And I remember before the film got released, people used to speak in hush-hush tones, and not that my family really cared. My parents were very modern and unorthodox, maybe. And my mom was the first woman in her community to have started working back in the day. And not that her parents encouraged her, but my parents were I think it all happened very organically. I wanted to be a model because of my height, and somebody told me that, I had a neighbour randomly who said that he'll click photographs of me, and he got it all arranged. So it was all really destined. If I had to get it done on my own, I couldn't have afforded it. But there was this photographer who had come down from the US, and he had rented a bungalow beside my building, and he saw me at this competition, which I lost, by the way. And he said, I think you look very good on camera. Let me shoot you.
Yeah.
So it just happened so suddenly, and I just finished my 10th standard at that time. We were waiting for results. And he got the pictures done for me, and then we distributed it. And I met up with this director at an agency, and he came home and he convinced my dad. And I was 16 and a half, 17 at that point. By the time after my 10th, and I was in the 11th, and by the time he convinced my dad, and the rest is really history. So my dad said that you have to complete your education. Little did he know what he was, signing up for. Because my first film became such a huge hit that it was impossible for me to travel by bus after that. And I went to Podar, and that katta used to be really famous. We used to all sit there and hang and talk, and it was just impossible.
Going back and doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't do those normal things. And then he resigned to the fact that maybe this was something that I enjoyed and wanted to do. So then the other factor came in. He said, you have to only travel with your mother. Only then will I agree. So then my mom was like, she was attached to my hip. So she was there everywhere with me. At the age of 17, I started working.
Yeah, I was just coming to that.
So Shamita was going through adolescence, and I was out, and I was doing nearly 4 to 5 films at a time. And at that time, we used to shoot our movies in Switzerland, Chennai, Hyderabad, and we'd be on very long outdoors. So I barely got the time. At that time, we didn't have mobile phones where you could
those
spend.
Phones
those phones were those phone calls used to be very expensive. Today they're free. Okay, you can do a FaceTime. I just feel it's made the world come closer and so much smaller. It's become. So in that time and age, I just felt that that distance kind of happened, and not that there was any love that went anywhere, but she maybe felt that I was so busy and I didn't really care. But the point is, we're so young.
Yeah.
So when you talked about friends, Shamita was able to make, Shamita made a lot of her friends which she kept, but she still has now.
Yeah.
At that time I was working. So
Yeah.
I was so immersed in work, I didn't even have the time for friends.
And that time you used to do like 2-3 shifts in a day.
Yeah,
and
I've
you
done,
used to-
I've done
5-6
one
films
shift
in a
in
year.
Bangalore and flown in the night and done a day shift in Bombay and done that for 5 days.
Yeah.
So I remember I used to work like that. But after I started reducing on work, after, I think this was, I think 15 years ago we really kind of started
Yeah.
bonding. 15 years ago, up until like 15 years ago.
Viaan is growing up, and he's a really, really cool kid. Like
Yeah.
whenever I see the videos, and I feel like he's a very happy,
That's
cool
good.
kid. Recently, Gauri Khan said that paparazzi culture has affected the kids so much to an extent that Abram right now doesn't even want to go outdoors to play. She said that he wants to play indoors, and even Kareena, I think today she'll talk to you about it. Even Kareena said that Taimur says no to our selfies. That Amma, I don't want to click pictures anymore. When these kind of things happen to kids, how do you handle it? And what do you think of it? Because of course you are very close to Viaan and you can see what's happening around in the industry.
I don't think Viaan
Viaan's
ever
like
had a
that.
problem. Touch wood. He's a very confident kid. I mean, you speak. He's your child. Why am I saying
Suddenly
this?
I was like, why are you speaking?
Yeah, I know exactly. But I mean, I have
was
to,
joking.
I'm
No.
like the Masi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is the perspective you see the situation in. So for me, I'm part of this milieu. It's become my life. It's not anymore a part of my life because
Yeah.
I am known, and it's something that I'm very proud of. My son, he doesn't really love it. He doesn't enjoy it. Like, he becomes my bodyguard many a time. So we're at the airport and people will ask for one photo, one selfie, and he'll be like, no, and then he'll tell the bodyguard, देखो उधर भैया वो photo ले
Bhaiya.
रहे हैं.
Bhaiya.
He's I don't know where he's got this British accent from, but when it comes to the paps, I've made him understand that these are people who have been mama's friends,
Yeah.
and it's their way of livelihood, and you must respect that. So if you can, please smile at them and say hello and be polite.
Yeah.
And he does just that. So he doesn't mind. He understands that this is part and parcel of the film industry, and the paraphernalia
Yeah.
is not going to stop. And I don't think that it's what you put into your child. So you can't stop living life. He still is going to go out and enjoy himself and do whatever the heck he wants to do in life. But I'm just teaching him that this is my world.
Yeah.
And he respects it.
You are very healthy because just like I told you that I follow
She
your
doesn't
recipes and
diet
make
either.
I don't diet
We're
at
both
all.
We
foodies.
only get
We
to see
have
you
a-
Sunday binge.
I have made a lifestyle modification which has become the way I lead my life.
Yeah.
It's become
Yeah.
my life. So there's no secret out there, and I share it on social media. So everybody knows that Shamita, yesterday as you saw, she sneaked on my ice lolly moment. I was having this very private moment.
Yeah,
with
you
my
know,
lolly.
yeah. Thank you, Lucky Stars. She also licked her finger
Yeah.
as well.
I was like, I thought you didn't record that.
I didn't
I'm like,
record that.
yeah.
I saw that and I was like, okay, let's record this. And after that, she became quite civilized with whatever she was doing. But
But I love them. I think that's something that you need, and it's more real, I'm just saying that, at times when I look at videos of diets, I do feel that they are not like real. Like,
Yeah.
मतलब कुछ भी बोल देते हैं कि अच्छा ये कर लो वो कर लो.
Yeah.
When I see your videos, when I see the food you cook on your show, they're actually very nice. Like, you can easily make it.
Yeah.
And coconut sugar. They're not saying you don't have sugar.
So
yeah.
I use healthy alternatives. I just feel that there is this whole preconceived notion with the word diet itself.
Yeah.
The minute you say diet, you think it's oilless, you think it's taste free,
Yeah.
you think it is something that you are not going to like because you already have that notion in your head. You're already preconditioned to believe that diet means that element of taste is going to go. So I just feel that in life you have to do things within limit, and whether it be personal, professional, or even food. I think that balance is what defines that whole idea of not to overdo things is where the whole concept of healthy eating or
Yeah.
lifestyle modification comes in, and I try to do that with the channel. Hi guys, I'm Shilpa Shetty Kundra,
And I'm Shamita Shetty.
and if you like this interview on Pinkvilla, please like, share
and subscribe.